Hi, I'm playing in the year 2525, straight from the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So check out the link in the video description, download the free ukulele chord charts, and you can play along with this song. And if you're going to be in Morristown, New Jersey on the first Wednesday of the month, come on out and join us at a Morristown Uke Jam. Okay, this song is called In the Year 2525 by Zager Evans. This was their one and only big hit. 50 years ago in 1969 they came out with this hit. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to play through the song, and then we'll go back and we'll take a close look at all the chords involved in this song. And then we'll also deal with the strum patterns. There's two distinct strum patterns in this song, so we'll also go back and take a close look at those. Okay, here we go. In the year 2525. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find in the year 3535, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lies. Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. In the year 4545, ain't gonna need your teeth, won't need your eyes. You won't find a thing to chew, nobody's gonna look at you. In the year 5555, your arms hanging limp at your sides, your legs got nothing to do, some machine do not fool you. In the year 6565, ain't gonna need no husband, won't need no wife. You'll pick your son, pick your daughter too, from the bottom of a long glass tube. Whoa, whoa. In the year 7510, if God's a-comin, you oughta make it by then. Maybe he'll look around himself and say, guess it's time for the judgment day. In the year 8510, if he's gonna shake his mighty head, he'll either say, I'm pleased where man has been, he'll set him down and start again. Whoa, no. In the year 9595, I'm kinda wondering if man is gonna be alive. He's taking everything this old earth can give, and he ain't give back nothing. Whoa, whoa. Now it's been 10,000 years, man has cried a billion tears for what he never knew. Now man's reign is through, but through eternal light, the twinkling of starlight, so very far away, maybe it's only yesterday. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. So that's In the Year 2525 by Zager Evans, written by Rick Evans. Okay, let's take a look at the chords. Now, there's quite a few of them. There's 12 of them, but the only reason for having so many chords is that there's two key changes that you may have noticed when I went through. So there's really a 4-chord progression, but then it moves up a fret twice in the song. Okay, so we'll take a look at all 12 chords. In the first several verses, all the chords are fairly familiar, I think. The first one is A minor, 2 2, 0, 0, 0. The second chord is G, another familiar one. 0, 2, 3, 2. Then there's F, 2, 0, 1, 0. And then E seventh. 1, 2, 0, 2. 1, 2, 0, 2. So those are the 4 chords throughout the first several verses. But then the song goes through its first key change. So the next set of 4 chords is up a fret from, so instead of A minor, the first chord after that first key change is a B flat minor. So instead of 2, 0, 0, 0, it's 3, 1, 1, 1. I tend to use a bar my index finger across the whole fretboard. But you could also do this. Just have your index finger across these 3 strings. Either way works, as long as you get those 3 all down. That's the B flat minor. Now the next chord, instead of being a G, it's up 1 fret. It's a G sharp. Now the thing that makes this a little trickier than a G is that, with a G, this 4th string, the bottom string, can be open. Can't do that with a G sharp. If you're going to go up, once you go up here, that doesn't sound right. So you need to get a note that works, and that's this one right here. So your pinky goes on the 5th fret, so it's 5, 3, 4, 3. That's the G sharp. Now the next chord after G sharp in this progression is an F sharp. The good news there is that all you have to do is slide this whole pattern down 2 frets. So from here to here. 3, 1, 2, 1. There's your F sharp. And then the 4th chord in this progression is an F seventh. I think most of you know F. 2, 0, 1, 0. To make it an F seventh, you add either your pinky or your ring finger, whatever works for you, right here. 3rd string, 3rd fret. That's how you turn an F into an F seventh. 2, 3, 1, 0. Now the song goes through a second key change. So now instead of starting with a B flat minor, it's a B minor. So what we just learned with the B flat minor, just slide it up here. So now it's 4, 2, 2, 2. So instead of 3, 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 2, 2. There's the first chord after the second key change. So same idea as that B flat minor we looked at just earlier. The second chord, thankfully, is a more familiar one. It's an A. 2, 1, 0, 0. You probably all know A. The 3rd chord in the progression is one we already talked about, and you already know it anyway, I believe, and that's G. 0, 2, 3, 2. So there's G again. Now, to get from this G, the 4th chord in this latest progression is an F sharp 7th. The way you get from a G to an F sharp 7th, these 2 fingers, the ones that are covering the 1st and 3rd string off your G, you just slide those down right there. And you get to leave this 2nd string open, but you have to cover this 3rd fret of the 4th string. You can either use your pinky or your ring finger. I tend to use the ring finger. There's your F sharp 7th. 4, 1, 0, 1. So those are the 12 chords, a 4-chord progression in 3 different keys because of the 2 key changes. So yes, some of those chords after the key changes are a little more challenging than the basic chords, but I think they're worth learning how to do it. It's the world doesn't always have G. Sometimes they have G sharps, so it's good to learn how to do those kind of chords in F sharps. So that's the chords for in the year 2525. Now, strum patterns. There were two distinct strum patterns there. The one that started the song and then also came back in just toward the end of the song was a rapid up and down. Let me show you what it's just. I'm using my thumb and my middle finger. It doesn't really matter which finger you choose to use here, but it's a rapid, just to get that sort of mandolin-y kind of sound. And that's all there is to it. Up, down, up, quick down, up. Here it is a little bit slower. I'm using mostly my thumb. My middle finger is catching some of the upstrokes, but that doesn't really matter. Use whatever finger or fingers you want to get that quick. So that's in the very beginning of the song, and again it reappears again toward the very end. The rest of the song has a very straightforward and basic strum pattern. It's really you can either do a basic up, down, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I was tending to do. I don't always do the straight 4/4. Sometimes I do a 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 down up down up down up. But you can use either one. You can either go just a straight 1 or they both work. And again, I was using a down down up down up down down up down up down up. So you can do that, or just the straight 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 down up. Either one works just fine for this song. Okay, so that's in the year 2525. Again, the big hit for Zager Evans 50 years ago. So I hope to see you at a Morristown Uke Jam sometime soon.